It's the boys on the hill, back again.
Right.
Marshall, 5,000 watts. Thomas Black and Rap Jeezy. We back up in Heezy. What it do, fellas?
Yeah.
Right, man.
We finally find our theme song.
Yep.
Nah, that ain't it.
Where it is.
What's your phone number? Phone number.
Hey, that might be it, man. We find an instrumental, man. You know, we don't know who own the rights to the music. You know,
How much a DJ make something for us, man?
No. You act like I could just like pull out my whole. They ain't gonna work like that.
Trying to get us set up, man. Slam.
Gotta get clearance if we're gonna be having a show. We ain't trying to. Hey, we ain't got no money yet, dog.
Right. We ain't made no money out there yet, my boy.
You ain't got no NIL deal, so.
Nah, we in debt right now. We had a. Nah, I'm joking. So how it been, fellas? It's been a while since we all been back here together as one group. What everybody been up to? What you been up to, Black?
Man, life. Hey, man, got nonprofit, so we doing concession stands for the Little League here in town. So, you know, they be out there every night with the little kids, and they run the concession stand. So I've been on that like every night for the past 2 months. Baseball season, May, April, May. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm out there every night. I done seen a lot of baseball. I got the itch out there. Actually, you know, you be seeing them warm up and stuff, and all of that, and you be seeing all the how they handle infield and how they giving infield to the kids. And sometimes, man, I couldn't take it. I just went out there and grabbed the glove out there and be with the kids out there talking with them, man. It felt good. It felt pretty good. Especially when you see the kids respond and stuff, you know. It's the end of the season. Like, what have y'all been talking about all year? What y'all in practice?
So the ice cream man that went out there and did field the lessons too.
Exactly.
Boy.
They call me the snowman.
That's what I'm talking about.
Snowman.
Snowman.
Hey, man, I just want a pina colada, man.
I'm off the clock.
Can I get a pina colada, man? Can I get a pina colada shade? All right, that's all I want, man.
Yeah. If anybody around the area, like I said, we got the snow glows, what we call it, snow glows. Shade ice, best in town.
Well, they don't know. Go on, tell them what area you in. They don't know where you at.
I said Columbia, Tennessee. I've always talked about Columbia, Tennessee.
My
at
bad,
the American
bro.
Little League Park, Columbia, Tennessee.
Okay.
Come get your shade ice. Snow glows, what we call it. At the Vision Kitchen.
Jay, give me a pina colada, whoever go.
Yeah.
I appreciate your hustle. I send you a Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, you know, MoneyGram, Western Union, you know, however.
Hey, man. Hey, I done got it down pat. I got it looking like frozen cotton candy, dog. Got the technique down. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm talking about we are multi-talented on this group.
Yep, very much so.
It's always talking about know how to hustle. That's all it is.
Oh, I ain't
gonna make it go.
We got a journalist, a doctor, a teacher, and a shave ice expert.
Oh, that's all I am.
You forgot. You forgot. And the all-around hustler.
That's love. Yeah.
All-around hustler.
Philanthropist.
Renaissance man.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Renaissance man.
But outside of that, man, hey, life's good, man. Life is good.
That's great, man. We missed you, man. We're glad you're back.
Yeah,
oh, by the way, my pop's birthday was Monday. He turned 70.
Hey,
what's up, Pop?
You gonna call me when you're over there Pop this week, man, so I can tell him happy birthday.
All right, man.
Yeah. I seen your little son go get Pop some whiskey or something.
Man, he just get him some NASCAR. He be all right.
Gotcha. Bet. So Slim, what we finna talk about tonight?
Talking about baseball, Jeezy.
And picnics.
Yeah, picnics. Let's not talk about picnics. So let's not do that.
You want to talk about your picnic?
No, we're gonna save it to the story time if we have one. That'd
be perfect.
All right.
Yeah, so last week was the start of the regional. We had a couple of black collar teams in the field, Alabama State and Coppin State, and neither one won a game. But the games that were played were competitive, at least one of each series.
Right.
Alabama State had the daunting task of playing Tennessee, the number one team in the country in the Knoxville region. And even though they lost game 1, 10-0, Breon Pooler, the starting pitcher, the SWAC tournament MVP, he pitched really well in his start. He went 4 2/3 of an inning, gave up 8 hits, 3 earned runs, struck out 3. I was catching some of the game on ESPNU, and he had them guys off balance. Like I think he surprised them with his fastball, with his off-speed stuff. He mixed a lot of pitches in there. They didn't hit him as bad as people might have thought they would, but the bullpen came in. That's when kind of Tennessee kind of pulled away. The second game was a blowout. They were never in it from the start. They ended up being eliminated in the regional. On the other side, Coppin State, they took one on the chin in game 1, lost by close to double digits. And then game 2, they got into a slugfest and fell a couple runs short at the end. But boys, after watching these games of the weekend, what did you take away from what you guys saw?
Well, from the Alabama State Tennessee game on Friday, for basically 4 2/3 of an inning, it was a competitive game. Breon Pooley did everything you could ask for a starting pitcher to do. He held them in check. He gave up 3 runs against the number one offense in the country. And, I saw them explode against Florida in the SEC championship game, and he really held them at bay. He gave up 8 hits, but he limited the damage that they were able to do with those hits. He gave up 1 home run, but it was a 1-run shot. Like every time he gave up a run, it was only a 1-run opportunity. It was never a multiple run thing. So he did everything that was asked of him. He didn't really get any offensive support. And I think that was really the difference. If they would have gotten some runs on the board earlier, he probably could have gone deeper in the game. But once he came out, just the difference in the quality of the pitcher that they put in, it was evident. The young man that they brought in behind him had Peyton. I want to say it was Peyton Harris that they brought in behind him. He had some success in the SWAC tournament and also during the regular season, but velocity-wise, he just wasn't able to just keep those guys off balance with anything. And that's when those big bats came out and they had that big 6 inning. But man, I think it shows you that we can compete, but it also shows you that what we need to improve on to take that next step. I think Alabama State, with what they did on Friday for 4 2/3 innings, showed a lot to the nation. I think it was a really competitive game.
Me personally, I was just glad that we was able to get the first seed in the tournament, the first seed, because that's the game that everybody is going to watch. And to have somebody from our conference play against the number one team in the country and hold it down for pretty much like while he was out there, that was something that I was proud of as far as, being from an HBCU, coming from my conference. I was pulling for him. But I've watched Tennessee all year. That was a strong team. I'm just glad it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was all about how long Pooley was going to be able to go, how long he was going to be able to pitch. Because once again, once you get into the bullpen and the SWAC, you never know what you're going to get. Teams like that, they face good pitching staffs almost year round. Like whoever comes in is potentially be a starter in those conferences up there in the SEC. So that game was pretty I was pretty geeked to watch the game, and tell people to go watch school from the SWAC play Tennessee, because this is the area everybody up here loves Tennessee, and so just to be able to have a argument with them was pretty fun for me in this area, because a lot of Tennessee fans up here, a lot of Tennessee fans, they gravitate to the football, but everybody's hanging on to the baseball because baseball is winning. You see a lot of orange in my area. I was just hoping that Pula was able to do a whole lot, was able to pull some miraculous off, like a complete game or something like that. But once he came out, I was just like, well, let's see how long they can see how see how much they can hold him back from scoring a lot of runs. But that was pretty cool for me in this area. But I really enjoyed the Coppin State and Coastal Carolina game. I didn't think they was going to come back like that in the end, but they was rallying. They had them boys scared, and that was pretty fun to watch. With Coastal Carolina, that was my two games that I like watching over the regional weekend.
Yeah, as far as Alabama State, I mean they entered a tough region. We talked about that last week, but they represent for the SWAC. Big shout out to Pooler for doing what he did and doing how he commanded the hill. I think if I had to compare both teams, Coppin State and Alabama State, both teams did a good showing. But I say Coppin State actually just played with more heart, and I just say that just based off of what they did the last inning before they got the tournament. You scoring 6 runs in the ninth inning. I mean, they were trying to go for the haymaker. They were trying to come back.
And I'm team. I mean, watch. They didn't score. Like, they scored in the first or second inning, and they didn't score any runs throughout the rest of the game at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and then to just come to the top of the ninth and say, "Hey guys, this might be our last end of the season. What we gonna do?" And you go show up and put up 6 runs on a very good Coastal Carolina team. So big shout out to Coppin State. But HBCU baseball we represent this weekend, and it was good for the culture. I say that.
Right, and also with Coppin State, man, if you really think about it, they played the number 8 national seed in East Carolina. Who's going to the Super Regional. So they didn't catch an easy task in their first game out. I just hate that both teams gave up big innings.
Mm-hmm.
The third inning was the big inning in the Coppin State game, and it was the 6th inning that was the big inning in the Alabama State game. They avoid those big innings. Those are different games.
Very true.
And
see. And you talk about that third inning with Coppin State. Our boy Hamburg was on the mound. So that was one of the scenarios we had talked about. You go leave him out there, you go pull him real quick. Coach went ahead and pulled him. And I completely understand. I don't know what situation he was in. He may have gave up 5 or 6 before they pulled him out, but that 8 inning runs in the third inning kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. It was hard to come back. And it's an ugly box score to look at, but at the same time, this regional, and they did it against number 8. They just like playing the number 1 to me in baseball.
Honestly, in college baseball, I don't think there's much separation from 1 through 10.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel.
Like the separation of 1 through 10 in football, it's a real gap. But 1 through 10 in baseball, that, as Thomas said, it comes down to consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's rough this year too, man. Like everybody, like all the teams, man, all them games is they got the early games out, but now it's coming down to pitching staffs, everything.
Oh yeah,
everything gonna get tight.
Yeah, you get into the grind of it now.
I've actually had more fun watching it this year than I ever had previous years. It's been pretty cool.
So despite like the outcome of both Coppin State's and Alabama State's fate in the regional. Could you guys take anything away from kind of like how close Black college baseball is to getting to that level of play that they saw this past weekend, or there's still a lot of work to do?
Okay, like
We ain't had that many errors. We ain't had that many errors.
No.
Guys set the tone. I think then nobody like say this stage ain't too big for us. So that's a good thing.
I
We
mean,
gotta bring the bats.
but we've been beating up teams like that all year though. Alabama
That's
State been
true.
beating teams up. So I think it was just a draw. If you got the number one team in the whole tournament, they saying that you were the worst team that's entering the tournament, period. Just like basketball. But as the records have shown, they have beaten teams that's all through this tournament. Like I just like I said, I just think it's the luck of the draw. Like if you would have put Alabama State where Coppin State is at, or you flip them, you don't think Alabama State might have a better chance against Coastal Carolina?
I don't know. Coast Carolina got a good program, man.
Yeah, and they had one for a long time.
Yeah, like Coast Carolina, one of them Group of 5 programs that's like P5 quality. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of G5 programs that are P5 quality in baseball. Like
but what I'm saying though is that by them playing the number one team in the whole nation, they had a bad draw.
No, it's true because we talked about it over the weekend. Yeah, we talked about it over the weekend.
One of the national seeds is a rough draw.
Yeah, because we had talked about it.
I think it'd been 50-50 either way. I think the odds would have been about the same either way.
I just think that if they would have, like I said, man, getting the number one team starting out, that's like that's Alabama State is the worst team in the tournament. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
I don't believe that either.
It's just a persona of what they view, how they view the SWAC, period.
Right.
That's what it is with me. Is their perception. All right, we're gonna put y'all just like in the basketball. They always got to do the play in, and they always a 16 seed. But that's not always the case when you got other teams is just as maybe equally talented. That's my take on it. It's just the luck of the draw and how they viewed the SWAC as far as putting them against the number one team in the nation.
All right, Thomas, let me ask you this. I asked the guys this last week about like kind of the strategy going into a scenario like that. You playing Tennessee, you playing East Carolina, you starting if you Alabama State, Pooler, if you Coppin State, Hamburg. You say those guys for game 2, or you throw them out there in game 1?
I mean, but we talked about this like when in very early in the show in the first episodes we were talking about like SWAC tournament period. Like me, I would like to have my guns whenever the back like if we go into elimination game, I want to have my best pitcher. I wouldn't put 1 versus 1. I would rather put 1 versus 2 and then come back with the 1 against a lesser pitcher in the tournament, just in case we might catch them slipping. That's just my coaching preference, Or you like some people that like routine. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I'd rather have Pooler going against Georgia Tech than Tennessee.
Yeah, me too. Like, cause like I mean, the chance of y'all winning that game is not very high. And you wasted a good performance by your starting pitcher in the losing effort. When you could go the next day and face Georgia Tech's number 2 starter who's similar to or just the same as your ace, then you got a better chance to win. But I mean, either way is fine. I mean, like Ralph and Watts, they're gonna compete. They're gonna throw best on best. Like I understand that too. But like the odds, I'm playing the odds. I'm saying like, you know what, you playing against the number 1 team in the country, the number 8 team in the country. Like, take the wins you can get them. And game 1 probably is not going to be your best time to win.
You sound like you're a heavy analytics guy. I'm going on field.
No, I ain't looking at no numbers, man. I'm looking at the
All right,
team.
so you a head coach, Ralph. You going against the number one team in the nation, and you gonna throw your ace and hope for the best.
I ain't hoping for the best. Hell, I'm coaching to win.
In a double elimination tournament, you gonna do
I
that?
don't care who I'm playing. I'm sticking to my routine. That's what got me here the whole time. That's what I'm sticking with.
All right.
I understand what you're saying, what both of y'all are saying, and I've seen it happen before. But me, I'm going with what got me here. If my Friday night been the first dude out every time, he the first dude out. I don't care if we playing the little children of the Pope. We going out, and I'm throwing number one. Trying to set the tone.
All right. You can have that. I'm not doing
I'm
it.
saying.
I'm not doing it. That's just me. That's just coaching style. Like I said, I'm not doing it.
I respect it.
Yeah.
But you got to set the tone with your team. You got to think about it. Changing and routine and the rotation. I mean, you still talk about it, but at the same time, we don't want to switch nothing up because of the competitor. We want them, that's just how I feel too.
Yeah,
All right.
Switch it
Okay.
up.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's just go through my scenario in my head. I'm pitching my number 2. We lose first game. I'm go my number 1. They win the second game. If we win Georgia Tech, then we come back again the
Same day.
third game.
Same
day. Right. So if we able to at least pull that off, you got your ace going the next day. You can at least have him going, every other game. Got to. Tournament time. You gonna want
Henry,
huh?
I said he got to be a robot coming back like that.
I mean, it's tournament time. Didn't Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling go through and 1-2 that bitch all the way through?
Not in the same day though.
Not in the same
No,
day.
I'm not talking about the same day.
This ain't softball, man. Like you
No,
throw
not
pitches like
the
every
same
day.
day. No, but I'm just saying though, if you got 2 games, let's just say you lose the first game and you play 2 games the next day, you win both of those. You got to come back championship game on Sunday, right? That means you have your ace. That means the one that pitched the second game will be going in the championship game.
So he gonna get 1 day rest?
1 day rest.
So you saying if after Pula pitched, if they would have won a game, Pula ain't pitching no more the weekend.
Okay, he pitched Friday. The
Depends on the pitch
game
count.
was Saturday. They would have had to come back and win. Like they would have had to win Saturday, come back, win 2 games Sunday to force a game on Monday. So
you mean so like I said, if we going through the tournament, I gotta at least have I gotta have my pitchers going every other day. Every other game.
The earliest I could see him going again, based on the number of pitches, and he ain't even starting. It's gonna have to be a relief situation where you limit the number, where it has to be a situational type deal in relief.
Yeah. It's a mismatch at that point because you don't want him coming back out there and starting on Monday.
You gotta think about it, man. You want to win the tournament, but you don't want to have to put all that on one dude because you have a pitching staff,
Right. So that means so you saying you pitch him first day and you don't see him no more.
That ain't what I said.
Mm-hmm.
He come back probably Sunday, but there's no way he can come back. No way I'd even ask him to come back Saturday. Not after Friday. No way.
Yeah.
No, I said Sunday. I said come back Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday, but in a limited role. Maybe
he can come back Monday as a starter.
Yeah,
but
now we get through the Sunday, I could bring him back Sunday and possibly try to start him for a couple innings. But even then, you got to be careful with him because you still got to take care of these dudes' arms.
Exactly, that's true. It depends on the pitch count. I don't know how many pitches you threw for the first game, but yeah, you want to keep that down.
Or like he out there pitching. Would you let him go the whole 9 if he's going, or would you cut him off to save his arm?
It's all on pitch count. If he grooving and it's 80 pitches, 9 innings, I'm gonna let him go. But he start getting up by triple digits. You got to be on that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to ruin the dude's arm at 20, 21.
Mm-hmm. You trying to coach like them little league coaches coaching these kids now.
Yeah.
Just don't throw
That's
no
what
off
you
speed
trying to do.
pitches. Just don't throw no
Boy, you crazy talking
curveball.
about just don't throw no
Fastball,
off-speed pitch.
changeup. That's it. That's all we throwing.
Yeah.
But this
But-
goes back to something you said, Ralph, last week about like when HBCU programs get the type of depth of pitching that Tennessee got, that East Carolina got, they don't got to worry about like possibly like this scenario you're talking about, like saving their A starter for game 2. They can play it straight the whole way.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I keep telling folks, if they think that the mass exodus and talent in football is happening, watch what these baseball teams are gonna look like in a couple of years. I promise you, they get the pitching depth right, it's gonna be trouble, trouble, trouble. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Mark my word. I'm saying here now. I told you last week the bookmark, stamp it again. This is a hill I'm willing to die on.
I mean, it's true. It's true, Ralph.
It's
Like
true,
you can
though.
always
It's
hit
true.
in the tournament against anybody this season, past seasons and prove that. But like the quality depth of pitching is the one thing that kind of separated us from those guys. Those guys go to Super Regional and the College World Series. Like once they get corrected, and it's coming a time where that's going to happen pretty soon. Then we're going to be on an even playing field.
It's gonna be a different game. I'm telling you. It's
It
gonna be a different game, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this. The Enrique Bradfields of the world at Vanderbilt. And I want to say the young man Chandler Simpson that's at Georgia Tech. I love seeing what they doing with the speed. It's killing them.
Yeah. It's true.
And every time I see it, I just be like, bro, that just look like one of the dudes. That look like Corey Wembley out there flying around the bases. They're like Carl Lipsy flying around the bases. They're like Willie Wesley when he was Willie Wesley was a kid I coached at Jackson State. Kid was a walk-on, ended up having like almost 60 stolen bases in a year. Like just seeing that, the way they still Enrique Bradfield probably got more stolen bases than most of the teams in the SEC. And it's just crazy seeing that. And I'm like, man, now that's something that we've always seen now jumping into the P5 game, and they can't handle it, boy.
They can't.
They can't handle it. It's causing problems.
I told you, I was watching this weekend, man. I was frustrated on how they was running the bases, man.
Bro,
they don't read the ball in the dirt. You can tell what the coaches coach. They don't teach them how to read the ball going to the dirt, coming out of pitcher hand. They don't teach them that. That's weird as hell. Then they don't teach them how to read the ball. I mean, of course, we talk about the West Coast base running, but the West Coast base running that he was teaching them was not to hit the brakes. You know, that's really what it was. It was full throttle. You look and you go.
Only time you pick me up is if the ball's in the corner.
Exactly.
Hey, bro.
All the time.
But I'm telling you, man, them dudes, they killing it with the speed, man.
They killing them.
I'm glad to see it because I'm like, yo, this is what we've been seeing for years. You know what I'm saying? Already. And seeing them being able to do it on a bigger stage, man, I just love it.
It's true, man.
It's definitely a game changer for sure. Yeah, but one day we're gonna have a team in the Super Region to talk about.
It's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I want it to be Jackson State. Got to get Coach Johnson in there.
Man, we all wanted to be our school to be the first one to do it.
I say this: it's gonna be East Side school. It's gonna be an Eastern Division school. I based off of what, even though Prairie View did what they did, it's for some reason the East looked a lot stronger than the West this year, as far as top four. What you think?
I think it kind of evened out, really.
Yeah,
I think it kind of evened out. And honestly, the West has good pitching, but their offense was just so much ahead of the East. So I
East,
think it
yeah.
kind of, discredited the pitching over there because you had Page and Maldonado on the West side. They were both in the top 3 in strikeouts in the league and 2 of the top pitchers in the league. And also Joseph Battaglia at Southern. Like all 3 of those guys were legitimate pitchers. CJ Castillo also at Texas Southern. All of them were good pitchers. It just comes down to I didn't think they had the depth of quality pitching on the West compared to the East.
The
You know
East,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's why
And
that one
and
made me
I
say
think
that.
those Western teams, if you look at them offensively, most of them teams didn't have no dude that was an out in their lineup. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to, like, for instance, Taj Porter from Southern. He was their catcher, but you look at what the other catchers outside, like he and Joseph Garcia from Grambling.
Garcia.
Them dudes were offensive catchers. You know what I'm saying? Compared to, well, Hunter May even is an offensive guy from Alabama State. So if you look at, just the way the teams were built, they were built to put up those runs. So with recruiting, we never know what's gonna happen with how the recruits are gonna come in and develop. I've seen some schools have some guys that have hit the transfer portal. I'm pretty sure some other schools have had some guys to transfer out. They just probably hadn't put it out there.
Put it out there, yeah.
I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with the young guys that's coming in. I actually had a chance to talk to interview a recruit today, incoming recruit for Southern, and next week I have a recruit from Jackson State on. So man, I'm just interested, man, seeing what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
So based on that, guys, so let's forecast the next season. Like, who are the teams you think are gonna make a run to the tournament next year? Alabama State probably gonna be favored in the SWAC. Me personally, I think Delaware State at the MEAC probably got the best chance of making a run next year. They were so close this year to winning a MEAC tournament, but who do you guys think with some of the teams we need to watch out for coming down the pike next year?
Who's all leaving?
I think it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
I think it's too early to tell because
you got to see who they got who they bringing in too.
Right, the season's not over. You never know who's gonna come in. You never know what might not happen with.
You might have coaching changes.
Yeah, you may have a coaching change.
Did Southern coach? Didn't he go to Memphis?
Nah,
I read about.
No, that's the old coach at Southern that went to Memphis. Coach Jackson.
Okay.
Jackson.
The guy that was there before Crenshaw.
Okay.
But no, I think it's too early to tell. Season's still going on. I'm pretty sure some guys more guys are gonna jump in the transfer portal. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some guys that probably had decent seasons that are probably gonna be like, hey, let me try to turn this into a better opportunity. Then it may be some guys that's gonna transfer down. You never know. Well, it's not down. We're making a lateral move in baseball, unless they're coming from P5. I think it's too early to tell, man. But I can anticipate that the season is gonna be just as good next year.
Yeah,
like I can anticipate that because the West came down. The West division on the last weekend of the regular season was divided by one game, from 1 to 4.
Right.
So, Alabama State didn't clinch the Eastern Division until the last week of the season. So, I think it's gonna be great baseball, man. I think each team is gonna get better. Seeing some commits for Alcorn the last couple of days. Seeing Southern have a few commits. Grambling, Texas Southern. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I think everybody's gonna keep getting better. And I think once they get that pitching depth, man, once that pitching gets right, man, I think you're gonna really see the quality of the baseball really, really jumped in.
Yeah, speaking of quality baseball talent, also this past weekend was the second installment of the HBCU baseball All-Star game that was played down at Truist Park in Atlanta. Team Marquise Grissom versus Team Marvin Freeman. Marvin Freeman, former Jackson State baseball player. It was a competitive atmosphere, a really great weekend to showcase Black college baseball and individual talent as a whole. Team Marquise Grissom won the All-Star game 6-2, but that wasn't the important story. It was just about, having guys from like all across the country, all across the Black college landscape coming together and showing off their ability and their talent in front of a lot of people. And we can see this game, we talked about it last week, kind of growing with some of the things that they're trying to do to attract people there, to attract more interest, not only in Atlanta or where it's going to be held at in the future, but also nationally. So, fellas, what do you guys make of like the game itself and just the overall mission of like just having this out there available for the public to see and for a lot of kids to participate in?
Yeah, I heard it was a great weekend, man. They actually had a youth clinic before. I mean, they had a whole group of events. A couple of the players I used to coach, they went out to the event, and so they were sending pictures and everything. Kids were having fun. They did some rebranding. They had Rich Hobiquan out there for the kids and stuff. So and then had a home run derby where our boy was from Texas Southern, the Stash won the home run derby. So I think an event like this, I think this may be the baseball celebration bowl. This if we talked about it earlier. If he can move this around and start partnering with other professional teams and getting, the opportunity to show that, these other organizations also have HBCU products that used to play on their ball clubs. That used to be stars. I think this has the capability of putting HBCU baseball on the pedestal. Definitely for the recruits and for the prospects, because I think every HBCU is represented on each team, and then you have the alumni, the coaches Marcus Grissom and Jackson State's own Marvin Freeman. Big shout out to them. So it was just like a great event to just witness and see that that HBCU baseball. This is on the beginning right now. The stage that's being set is really on the beginning.
Well, me, man, I like the event. Me personally, I would like to see it later in the year, not so early right after the season. Because, like you said, you still had two teams that was playing, so they really couldn't get all the best players to be in the game. If they waited to maybe after or July or after the super regional when all the black teams are out, and then you can have access to all of the best talent in HBCUs that you could use. That's the only thing I can say about it. As far as the event, man, it can be, like you said, it can be our thing that we can look forward to every year. But if we had it later in the year, or maybe even in July, or something like that, or doing All-Star, like MLB All-Star weekend or something like that, in between those events or something like that, where, if they partner with the MLB or something like that, have it one of the events doing All-Star weekend. It's something like that, just don't have it going on when we're in the middle of the college baseball tournament, because, two teams were still playing. You could have had two of the top.
It's like a Super Bowl, though, man. It's like a Super Bowl,
right?
Yeah, you're not gonna ever get all the top guys anyway. Because honestly, right now, this is summer ball time.
Right.
So if you have it any
you trying to get in that gap.
If you have it any later in the year, you're not gonna get the guys because summer ball commitment already started.
Yeah.
So it's gonna always be iffy with the timing.
But you couldn't.
I like the idea
but you mean tell me you would not like to see Hamburg out there playing?
Yeah, I would have,
Cooler,
but it's gonna always be a situation where you're not gonna be able to get all the top guys.
Understandable.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I
I
believe
would like to see. I would like to
And
see.
then the other part about having it later in the year, you might not get the quality of baseball
Yeah.
that you're looking for because dudes have had such a long layoff.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest thing I like about it, they got to play in a major league park.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The home
Yeah.
run derby, they had the festivities with the community. They had other
Mhm.
festivities that was for the players. I love it. I love it. I think it's an opportunity to kind of bridge a gap or to reconnect that bond between the HBCUs and the black ball player in the country. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of schools, if you look at the rosters, they're a little diversified. If you get what I'm saying. So I think, you know, I'm all for everybody having the opportunity, but I think that now gets some of the HBCUs connected with those top minority baseball players, the black players. You get what I'm saying? To where you might have some the top guys, and they might not ever have any kind of knowledge or contact with the HBCU. You get what I'm saying? So by everybody being represented, I think that's a good deal. And they also have a high school all-star, all-American game too.
Yeah. Then,
So I think it's a great deal, man. I just hope people can get behind it and support it, and it just continues to grow. Because I think it's no ceiling for how big it can get.
it's true.
But I do like what you're saying about finding some kind of way to partner with MLB. That would be interesting to see how they could do that if it's possible.
Yeah.
Man. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, like
they did it
NBA
in the
All-Star
they did it in the
Weekend was,
preseason. They did it in the preseason.
yeah,
Why not come back with an all-star game at the end too? You know?
yeah. Like I mean, like NBA All-Star Weekend, they had the basketball version of the Black College All-Star Game,
Right.
and so that did really well. So it wouldn't hurt. I mean, but like Rouse said, like there's a lot of logistical factors that go into it. Like like players are playing summer league ball, and the long layoff will probably hurt some guys who finish their season in early May. So yeah, but like just like having the game available and all is a really good thing nonetheless. Like just showcase these players anytime you can.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have a Boys on the Hill all-star weekend. Have our own game.
Eventually,
Yeah.
we're gonna get some stuff going.
All right.
Tomorrow, fellas, we have the interview, the official visit with Southern commit KJ White. It will be airing tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on YouTube and Spotify. This young man, this young man's gonna eat, man. That's a sharp young man. Man, he's sharp. Man, if I had his train of thought at 18, boy. Man, that's all I can say. That's a and I'm not even talking about from the baseball standpoint, man. Just from talking to him today, man. Yeah, that's a great. He's gonna be successful, man. So look for our series. Called the official visit. There's gonna be our interview series over the summer with incoming freshmen or just guys that are commits to the HBCU programs. So just look out for that over the summer and in the off season to just kind of keep you fresh with content. I'm also finna try to get some of these coaches on here.
Yeah.
Since the summer is a little slow now. I want a shaved ice tumblers, pina colada. I want a pina colada, and I'll stand in the rain.
Hey,
I want my pina colada.
now,
I'll stand in the
everybody
rain.
want the blue mouth. Blue raspberry is the thing.
Yeah, I was about to say. You got peach, man?
No, they get 4 flavors, dog.
You got grape?
4. Yeah, we got grape.
Mango?
No, we got
I can
grape.
tell you the
grape,
4 flavors.
cherry.
You got red,
purple,
Red.
blue, and green.
Green.
No, tiger blood.
What color tiger blood?
Red. It's red.
Red.
Oh.
But it's like a deeper red. But we got the basics.
Oh.
We got the basics.
Okay.
We got blue, red, and gray.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it simple first year, you know.
Yeah, we're good.
No,
So like to
man.
me,
This
you
is
need
gonna
a
be
food
banana.
truck, man.
Walnut, peanut butter.
No.
What kind of flavor them? There must be some Oklahoma flavors.
Right
Exactly.
from minimum, man.
That's what
Man.
I'm
Come with
saying.
That's one of
banana.
those Chi-Town summertime specials on it.
Mm-mm.
From the juice store right there.
Y'all boys are funny, man. You're hilarious.
Silly, man.
Man, I hate the season over with, man. I really had got, I like covering the teams, man. I had just started to get the groove of this media thing.
Hey man, it'll be here for you know it.
I know, man.
Trust me. It'll be here for you know it. Hey,
Baseball
in
season's short,
August,
man.
we gonna start fall ball in August.
Hey, the crazy thing here, man, it seemed like every game I wanted to go to, I had a game the same weekend. Every time I look at the calendar, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this game right here. Then I'd be like, oh man, I got this 12U game today, man. Dog. So yeah, man. Like I said, we're gonna try to find some student correspondents on campus next year.
Yeah.
That's
Man,
what we need.
Huh?
That's what we need, correspondence.
Yeah, man.
Find some students.
We need some young slims on each team. We need to find one slim on each team.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm one of a kind, man. Like, can we duplicate it?
So, hey, somebody got to be a mass
Inside of
communications
man.
major or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody got anything else for the night, fellas?
Hey, if you ever want to take your girlfriend or your wife out, this is what you do.
I was just about to bring in the story.
This is what you do. You go get your $200, and you have yourself a catered picnic. And then you when you do it, you make sure you take pictures and have everybody take pictures when they walk by, and then you send it to Boys on the Hill so we can show everybody who had a catered picnic with their girlfriend and or their wife or their husband or whatever.
Both.
Yeah,
whatever you into.
Whatever you into. If you want to do something this summer, you make sure you go out and you have you a catered picnic. You had Indian food, right, Slim? They had
$200.
Yeah, they take you.
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
So. Okay, you take you $200 and you go get you some catered picnic. Now, your location is you pick the location.
It's on you.
But send it to Boys in the Hill. We want to see the pictures and the proof that you did your task for the summer.
Yeah,
that's y'all homework for the week.
That's our homework.
Yes.
Yep.
And then tell us your experience and what she or he thought about it.
Yeah.
Hey man, for the summer, #200 picnic.
Yay.
Yeah. There you go right there.
$200 picnic.
Make sure y'all got your picnic fits on.
You gotta have your sign
to
say who you are.
There it is.
Yeah. The $200 picnic. The Boys on the Hill $200 picnic challenge.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we're right around with that.
It's gonna go viral, man.
Ain't nobody finna do that, bro.
hey, you one of one, Kendrick.
It is you, my dog.
Hey, I ain't hating on you. I think
no, definitely not. No,
I think it was romantic. Hell, bro.
Hey, man.
They provide you with LED candles.
Oh man, I got something
in my bedroom. Alcohol with that?
Mineral water.
Oh man, that's that body. That's that body.
I got a 6-pack, or I got like the tall
drink.
One of them.
Yeah, you had it in the glass bottle, you know, with no top
Boy,
on
they
it.
gave you them MLB game prices.
Yeah, they did.
I ain't mad at you though, player.
No, hey, that's great.
Cause do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary.
I'm telling you,
All
man.
right.
Just be
Y'all
creative
had
with
no,
us, man.
hey,
It might
how
not
was
be for everybody, man, but like creativity goes a long way. What you want?
Yeah, it
You
does.
right?
Bro,
Yeah,
I ain't mad at you for that.
No,
Oh, man.
Man, how we get on this, man?
hey, just on
Blank
Story
canvas.
time.
how was the mosquitoes out there? You in
There
North
were
Carolina?
mosquitoes.
With none?
No.
That was that $200 for it. Sprayed
Oh
it.
man,
Them
they had
niggas
to
did
sit
Mosquito free, man.
over.
We was on a
So they
tent.
so they took the water hose, they connected the thing to the water hose and sprayed the ground first.
When we got there, it was
man.
already set up, man.
So
They
a
missed that
$200
thing, man.
catered picnic doesn't. I mean, no mosquitoes. You get no mosquitoes in the
man.
perk.
At all, man.
Catered food with as a fall bundle. You know, the mosquito
Okay.
fall.
So-
You put one of the cans in the middle.
So could I take the rest of the food I ain't eat back with me? So all the food they cooked for us, did y'all take the roaster pan with you, or they had like some nice little to-go boxes?
Yeah, out to go
Go
boxes, man. Took the food. We got to keep the centerpiece, the flowers in it, real flowers, by the way. Roses and everything, man.
See, you leaving out major
Yeah,
details.
you didn't say nothing. You just said,
exactly.
you had
You leaving out dollar
picnic.
signs.
You just said you had a $200 picnic. You ain't get no detail.
Yeah, man. They had like a table with nice cloth on it, pillows.
You kept the pillows in the cloth?
Nah, it was
Yeah.
there. We was on a teepee, a sheer teepee.
Okay.
Okay.
Music if we want to play it.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, Bluetooth. Yup.
Okay.
Bluetooth. Had a little sign on there with our names on it. Everybody in the park could see it. People coming by taking pictures, curious about it. I mean, it was lovely, man.
No,
like I said before, like it ain't for everybody though. If everybody don't want to do it, man.
Hey man, that player.
Man,
You can either be Russell Wilson, or you can be Michael B. Jordan. Choose one.
Exactly.
I can be Future.
Hey, for the streets.
I'm gonna be Bennett. That's what I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I'm me.
Yeah. But
hey,
good
that's a great
creativity,
job,
Slim.
though, man. For real. Hey.
But nah, Slim, that's neat, man. I gotta be creative like that.
Yeah. We ought to just change it to the player challenge, because now your $200 makes a little sense. But you should came away with more souvenirs though. Should have some more souvenirs.
They got the flowers. They got to take all the food.
Did you take the sign?
Nah, I did sign.
It has your name on.
Man, they had
What
the
they
magnetic
It was
letters.
written in chalk, man.
They had the magnetic letters.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. See, I would have switched up the name, man. I would have put something like
The Slim.
Martin Moore and Beyonce. Yeah, no, I would have put like some celebrity or something, man.
Oh,
Everybody
man.
want clout.
I have Slim them signed.
No, that wasn't the sign, man. That wasn't the sign. It was on a nice. It was on a chalkboard. It was decorated with flowers. It was
So after they
nice.
got through, they just erased it off and just put the next name on.
So we left.
Yep.
Get these
Never.
out of here.
$200 got you chalk.
Got you chalk.
Got
Right
you
out.
It's supposed to be like outdoorsy type of fun thing. It wasn't supposed to be like all super serious, man.
Hey Slim, you really letting us get to you?
Yep.
No, it couldn't be.
Especially you, man.
No,
Why?
Because man, you always got something to say, man.
Hey
Always
man,
got
we
something
having
to say.
fun, man. It's a good idea. We like giving you props, bro.
Yeah.
No.
We'll see.
I don't care.
We'll make you a
I'm
halftime
gonna
Slim.
give
I'm gonna be ridiculed when the show's over. Thanks a lot, guys.
No,
No, you won't.
we gonna call the
look.
hashtag Be Like Player Slim for the summer.
Hey,
No,
there
hey.
go your flowers.
No, man. Hey, Slim. Hey, you give out good advice. Didn't
No.
What you? Hey, he did something on his anniversary that was pretty fly. He went to a private island.
Yeah.
Slim bought him an
Private
island for the weekend.
I didn't buy
see,
an island. I didn't buy
He
an
bought an
island.
island boy.
hey, but I'm telling you, Slim, man. Hey, you don't let us bother you, man. See, you just now getting the jokes that everybody else got a whole long time ago.
Yeah.
It's just your turn to get them now. That's all.
Yeah.
Cause trust me,
What the ones y'all got then?
you don't want to know. We'll have to talk about them offline.
No, man. If you're gonna tell, I'm gonna tell my jokes, you gotta tell your jokes.
Nah, cause see, then you gotta save some situations, bro. You can't put that out there.
Yeah. Some situations you gotta take the grade, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
some people, you can't you gotta save some situations, man.
No, Slim my inspiration though.
Yeah, I like that, Slim.
I would try to be more creative.
Because as you were saying that my girl was sitting right over to the right, just sitting there teasing. Just looking, hey, I'm talking. I felt them felt them Superman red beams above my ear.
Rap gonna have a picnic in zone 6.
Exactly. But it.
Hey, there's one thing about Atlanta. Atlanta's a city in the woods, dog. Hey, hey, ain't nothing like it.
Hey, bro, we'll do a picnic in the backyard. Drive together.
Yep.
How your backyard look though?
Huh?
How your backyard look?
I'm getting it together now.
If that's the case, I got an idea. You might well go ahead and turn it to outdoor theater, man. Get you an air mattress.
Yeah, get a projector.
Sheet, bro. Yeah, project that screen on there, man.
Put some string lights up somewhere.
I like my man. I like my man cave. I don't want to be outside.
Well, fellas, it's been good.
As always.
You got that text message on.
Yep.
Yep. Wrap it up, B.
It's been good.
Hey, he declined the first one.
No.
Bedtime.
Message.
Oh man. Hey man, we stupid, man. I love y'all fellas, man.
Man, I love y'all to death, man.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
All right, fellas.
Same bad goofies.
I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right.
All right.